Dear students, we can do the problems in the module 3 electromagnetism. The first question is, given three 30 ohm resistances, how can they give a resistance of 90 ohm, 20 ohm, 10 ohm and 45 ohm? Here R1 is equal to 30 ohm, R2 is equal to 30 ohm, R3 is equal to 30 ohm. So, to find the effective resistance, to get the effective resistance of 90 ohm, we can connect the three resistance in series. When R1, R2 and R3 are all in series, are connected in series, the effective resistance R effective, let us write R effective, that is equal to, in series combination we know the effective resistance is the sum of the individual resistance. So that is equal to 30 plus 30 plus 30, that is equal to 90 ohm. 90 ohm. So let us connect. Next, let us connect. All the resistance are in parallel. When all are connected in parallel, what is effective resistance? That is the reciprocal of the effective resistance is equal to is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Since in our present problem all the resistance are same, so let us n times of 1 by R. So R effective is equal to R by n. Here n is the 30 ohm and R is the 30 ohm and n is the 3. So 30 ohm divided by 3, that will give 10 ohm. So to get the 10 ohm resistance, 10 ohm effective resistance, we have to connect all the resistance in parallel. Now we have another option. The another option is, let us connect any two resistance are in series and that combination is connected with the third one in parallel. So for the third one, so let us connect R1 and R2 in series, then R effective, let us write in the next option, let us connect R1 and R2 in series. Then the effective resistance Rs is equal to R1 plus R2, that is equal to 30 plus 30, 30 plus 30 equal to 60 ohm. So this effective resistance Rs and the third one R3 are in parallel. Then what is the R effective? The R effective is equal to Rs into R3 divided by Rs plus R3, that is equal to 60 into 30 divided by 60 plus 30. That is equal to 1800 divided by 90. That is, you will get 20 ohm. So that is, to get the 20 ohm effective resistance, we can connect the first two resistance in series, and that combination is connected in parallel with the third one. Then let us see how can we obtain the 45 ohm effective resistance. For that, we can have so in the case of to obtain the 45 ohm effective resistance, let us connect R1 and R2 in parallel, and that combination is connected in series with the third one. So let us connect R1 and R2 in parallel. Then what is the effective resistance? The Rp is the effective resistance, that is equal to R1 R2 into R1 plus R2, that is equal to 30 into 30 divided by 30 plus 30, that is 60, that is equal to 900 divided by 60, so that is equal to 15. So 15 ohm, that is the effective resistance when R1 and R2 in parallel. So let us connect this combination in series with the third one. So that is, here the Rp and the R3 connected in series. Then what is the effective resistance? R effective is equal to Rp plus R3, that is equal to 15 plus 30, that is equal to 45. Sorry. .45 ohm. So we can obtain the desired values of the resistance: 90 ohm, 20 ohm, 10 ohm and 45 ohm. Now move to the next one. Two resistance 15 ohm and 1 ohm are connected in parallel. The combination is connected to the terminals of a 2 volt cell of negligible internal resistance. Find the current through the 1 ohm resistance. So let us draw the circuit diagram. Here we have the two resistance, that is 15 ohm, and they are connected in parallel, and this combination is connected to a source of voltage, that is 2 volt with a negligible internal resistance. This is the 50 ohm and this is the 1 ohm resistance. To find the current through the 1 ohm resistance, first we have to find the total current that is flowing through the circuit. That is, let us, I is the total current, that is the main current. To obtain the total current, we have to use the Ohm's law. That is, V is equal to I into R, or I is equal to V by I. So, I is equal to V by R. Here R is the effective resistance. R is the effective resistance. So what is the effective resistance of this combination? R effective, that is the effective resistance of this combination. That is, since the two resistance are in parallel, we can write R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So let us, R1 is equal to 15 ohm and R2 is equal to 1 ohm. Then what is the value of the R effective? So R effective is equal to 15 into 1 divided by 15 plus 1, that is equal to 15 by 16 ohm. So what is the effective value of, what is the main current in the circuit? That is, I is equal to V is the 2 volt divided by 15 by 16. Okay, this much ampere is the main current. Now, in order to find the current through the one of the branches, then we can use the relation, that is, the current through the one branch is equal to current through the one branch I1 is equal to the main current into the resistance in the let us, since we have to find the current through the 1 ohm resistance, so let us express this is the I1 and let us current through the 1 ohm is equal to I2. Okay, so let us, I2 is equal to main current into the resistance in the other branch, that is R1 divided by the sum of the resistance, that is R1 plus R2. Okay, so let us substitute. What is the main current? The main current is 2 divided by 15 by 16 into, what is the resistance in the other branch? We have to find the current through the 1 ohm resistance. So the resistance in the other branch is 15 ohm. So 15 ohm divided by the sum of the resistance, that is 15 plus 1, that is 16. Okay, so we have 2 divided by 15 by 16 into the 15 by 16. So let me write for the better understanding, that is 2 divided by 15 by 16 into, that is 15 by 16. So this can be cancelled out, and the current through the 1 ohm resistance, that is equal to 2 ampere. Then move to the next one. Here we have a figure. A 2 volt cell of negligible internal resistance is connected to a network of resistance as shown in the figure. Find the ammeter reading. Find the ammeter reading. Here the combinations consist of 6 ohm and 6 ohm. They are in series, and that combination is connected to the 4 ohm in parallel. So first we have to find the total resistance or the effective resistance of the combination. Then we have the voltage. Then you are using the Ohm's law, that is current is equal to voltage by resistance. We can calculate the current through the ammeter, that is the main current. So first we have to find the resistance, the effective resistance of the combinations. Okay, so let us write R1. So we can represent here this 6 ohm taken as the R1, and this is considered as the R2, and 4 ohm can be considered as the R3. Okay, so since R1 and R2 are in series, so let us write again 6 ohm, R2 is equal to again 6 ohm, R3 is equal to 4 ohm. Okay, here R1 and R2 are in series, so the effective resistance Rs, that is R1 plus R2, since they are series, we can just simply add the values of the resistance, that is 6 plus 6, that is 12 ohms. That is the effective resistance of the R1 and R2, since this Rs is in parallel with the R3. So here Rs is in parallel with the R1, R3. So the effective resistance of the combination, that is, let us denote by Rp. Then we can use the formula R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R. Here Rs and R3 are the two resistance. So Rs into R3 divided by Rs plus R3. So that is equal to 12 plus 4 ohm divided by 4 into 12 into 4 divided by 12 plus 4, that is equal to 48 divided by 16. So its value is equal to 3. So the effective resistance of the combination is equal to 3 ohm. Now we have the voltage V is equal to 2 volt. Now the effective resistance of the combination, that is equal to 3 ohm. Therefore I is equal to the current through the ammeter, that is equal to V by Rp, that is 2 divided by 3. So 2 divided by 3 ampere. Okay, now move to the next one. When n resistors, each of resistance small r ohm, are connected in series, the effective resistance is Rs. Show that The effective resistance of the combination is R square by Rs when they are connected in parallel. So we have the n number of resistors of the resistance small r. We have the n number of resistors. So the effective resistance in their combination, in their series combination, is Rs. So let us write Rs equal to, we know when equal resistance are connected in series, the effective resistance can be easily calculated by just multiplying the value of resistance into by the number of the resistors, that is n into small r. Okay, that is equation number 1. When these n resistors are connected in parallel, what is the effective resistance? That is 1 by Rp is equal to n times of 1 by R, that is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So that is equal to n into n times into 1 by R. So the effective resistance Rp is equal to R by n. So from the equation 1, we can replace n by, here R is there, we can replace from the equation 1, n is equal to Rs by small r. Okay, so we can substitute the value of n, that is Rs by small r. So Rp is equal to R square by Rs. Okay, so we have proved that in the effective resistance, the effective resistance of the combination, the parallel combination, is R square by Rs. Next one, here we have the two resistors 20 ohm and 30 ohm are connected in parallel, and that combination in series with 8 ohm. Find the effective resistance. So R1 is equal to 20 ohm, R2 is equal to 30 ohm, and R3 is equal to 8 ohm. Here R1 and R2, 20 ohm and 30 ohm are connected in parallel. So when they are connected in parallel, the effective resistance, let us write R1 and R2 are in parallel. So when they are connected in parallel, the effective resistance Rp is equal to, we know the expression, that is R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So that is equal to 20 ohm into 30 ohm divided by 20 plus 30. That is equal to 600 divided by 50. That is equal to 12 ohm. So this combination, this effective resistance is in series with the third resistance, that is R3 is equal to 8 ohm. So this Rp, this effective resistance, and the third resistance, that is R3, are in series. Now what is the total effective resistance? The R effective resistance, the total effective resistance is equal to, since this Rp and R3 are in series, the resultant, the effective resistance is equal to Rp plus R3, that is equal to 12 plus 8 is equal to 20 ohm. Okay, now move to the next one. Here two resistors 100 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in parallel. If a current 1 ampere enters the system, find out the current in each branch. So let us draw a figure, the circuit diagram. Here we have the two resistors. They are in parallel combination, and this parallel combination, here 1 ampere current enters the system. That means this parallel combination is connected to a source of EMF. That is, let's connect to a source of EMF of E volt, and the current from the battery, from that source, that is the main current, that is 1 ampere. That is the 1 ampere, and it is enters the system, and it is split into the two branches. So here let us write here R1, let us 100 ohm, and this is R2, that is equal to 10 ohm. Okay, now the current, the 1 ampere current is split into two. So this is, let us taken as I1, and the current through 10 ohm can be taken as I2. So we can use the familiar formula. The current through the one branch is equal to the main current into the resistance in the other branch divided by the sum of the two resistance. So let us write, first we have to find out I1, the current through the 100 ohm resistance, that is main current I into the resistance in the other branch, that is R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So let us substitute here the main current, that is 1 ampere, into the resistance in the other branch, that is 10 ohm, divided by the sum of the two resistance, that is 100 plus 10, that is equal to 10 divided by 110, that is 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is equal to 0.0909. 0.0909, that much ampere. Now the current through the 10 ohm resistance. So let us note by I2, that is main current into the resistance in the other branch divided by the sum of the two resistance. So that is equal to main current 1 ampere, resistance the other branch, that is 100 ohm, divided by 100 plus 10, so that is equal to 100 divided by 110. So 100 divided by 110, that is equal to 0.909 ampere. So we are calculated the current through the each branches. Now the next one, two resistors 4 ohm and 9 ohm are connected in parallel. Calculate the equivalent resistance. 9 ohm and 4 ohm, they are connected in parallel. So let us write R1 is equal to 4 ohm, R2 is equal to 9 ohm. Since they are connected in parallel, the equivalent resistance Rp is equal to, we have the familiar formula, Rp is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Let us substitute that is 4 into 9 divided by 4 plus 9, that is 36 divided by 13. So value is equal to 2.77 ohm. That is the effective resistance. Now we have another one. Two wires when connected in series have an effective resistance 6 ohm and 5 by 6 ohm when connected in parallel. Find out the individual resistance. So let us have the R1 and R2 are the individual resistance. R1 and R2 are the individual resistance. R1 and R2. So when they are connected in series, the effective resistance is 6 ohm. So let us write R1 plus R2 is equal to 6 ohm, because when they are connected in series, the effective resistance is 6 ohm. And let us write that is equation number 1. Now when they are connected in parallel, the effective resistance is 5 by 6 ohm. That means R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2, that is effective resistance when the two resistors are connected in parallel. So that is equal to, this value is given, that is 5 by 6 ohm. That is equation number 2. So we can write from the equation number 2, R1 into R2 is equal to 5 ohm. R1 into R2 is equal to 5 ohm. So we have the equation number 1 and 3, that is R1 plus R2 is equal to 6 ohm, R1 into R2 is equal to 5 ohm. From this equation number 3, we can have R2 is equal to 5 by R1. Let us substitute equation number 4 in equation number 1, that is R1 plus 5 by, instead of R2 we have 5 by R2. So, 5 by R1 is equal to 6 ohm. Then we can have R1 in